The Asius Story. This is the true story of high-fidelity personal listening devices, earbuds, and in-ear monitors, and how their inventor prevented these from further deafening the world. Two, the evolution. Professional musicians are protected from excessive stage volumes. Rock concerts take professional in-ear monitors global. Personal stereo industry emulates and blossoms. Hearing damage begins to increase dramatically among wearers. Early evolution. I introduced my in-ear monitors commercially in 1976 while playing in a Hollywood nightclub. They became an immediate hit with all the percussionists, such as Joe Porcaro and Larry Bunker, who were scoring hundreds of movies such as E.T. and Star Trek. Soon, everyone in the whole 90-piece orchestra was trying out and using my in-ear monitors, including conductors such as Mark Snow, John Williams, and Lalo Schifrin. Now, Stevie Wonder used to get up from the piano and dance around on stage while playing the harmonica, as only he could, and come dangerously close to falling off the apron of the stage. I was contacted by one of Stevie's engineers, who realized that my in-ear monitors presented a means by which he could discreetly direct Stevie around the stage and keep him away from the edge. So I was invited down to the studio where Stevie was recording The Secret Life of Plants, and when I filled both of Stevie's ears with ear mold material, he suddenly grabbed my arm and screamed, "Oh my God, I'm blind!" And he was only half kidding. You see, Stevie, having been blind from birth, quote, saw his whole world acoustically, as many non-sighted persons do, and having his ears totally sealed for the first time was the first time he'd ever really shut his eyes, so to speak. I then quickly hollowed out his ear impressions and affixed some high-fidelity speakers I had made to them. But when I plugged them into the studio headphone feed, the drummer kicked the kick drum, and some of the dust left in the ear mold shot out of the sound tube. Obviously, in addition to the sound, there was also a burst of air pressure which could potentially damage his hearing. Because I was already engaged in technology which would eliminate this type of pressure, I became concerned that this was not something you wanted to put in the ears of someone who relied so completely on audio to perceive the world around him. But when I would lower the offending bass frequencies to try to protect him, Stevie would always ask me to put them back in, because despite these excessive pressures, this was the only way we had to hear everything we both needed to hear in order to give the best performance. So we went off on a world tour using only these devices, and put up with these pressures until I completed my invention, which effectively relieved them without unsealing them or compromising the bass. 3. Eureka! The realization. Discovery of the cause. Industry confusions between sound pressure and pneumatic pressure, although their power factors differ by hundreds, if not thousands, of times. Now in a metronome signal, you can see quite distinct motion here, which is on the order of microns. Alright, I've been asked to show the function of the Ambrose diaphonic ear lens in absorbing the overexcursions impinged on the tympanic membrane. So let's go ahead and put this in my ear canal. And you can see these motions here. And we'll focus on the eardrum. And we can see that this motion, which was so great that we had up here, is now gone. Let's switch to the metronome. And we see that the membrane is absorbing these overexcursions.